My name's Liz Platt, and I'm just going to talk to you very quickly about DT Textiles as an option. DT is running as a normal GCSE, and DT Textiles is basically the same GCSE as DT, but with a specialism of textiles. So we're going to be designing and making textiles products, and we're going to be in the textiles room using all the textiles machines and resources and things like that. So we're running it with a complete textiles focus. So it's the right GCSE for you if you're interested in designing and making textiles products. You're going to be covering various sort of areas. As you will know, certain things you've covered at Key Stage 3 already. So you've done lots of looking at different users, learning about different types of materials, different ways of designing, CAD, CAM, making using a range of different tools and machines and processes, understanding how sort of different trends and designers can influence fashion, learning how things work, evaluating your work, analysing your work, looking at other people's work, and mainly kind of it's an opportunity to be creative and to make brilliant things. So the course in Year 10 is mainly covering content of garment construction, learning about the different tools and machines in the textiles workshop, looking at different types of smart materials. So textiles can do this huge amount of technology around textiles with sort of e-textiles and conductive, as well as all the kind of thermochromic and things that are responsive in different ways. So we will be looking at those things alongside all the basic pattern cutting skills and things like that. So the course is structured this way. You can see that there is identifying and investigating the design possibilities. That's basically research. Then designing and making prototypes, that's designing, so that's generating ideas as well as your making skills. So that makes up 60 out of 100 of the marks. The research is 20, and then the final evaluation and the analysis that runs through the folder, that's another 20 marks. So together that makes up 100 marks. And it's 50%. So the coursework, non-examined assessment, that's 50% of your final mark. And then the exam is 50%. So if you're somebody that likes to kind of collect marks as you go along, then a coursework subject is a good option, so that it means that there's not so much pressure on you for the exam. The exam is a 2-hour written exam, and it is a DT exam, so it covers all the main areas of DT, not just textiles. So there will be theory lessons within the textiles lessons, so that we can cover that, the theory on all of those areas. There's also the option to use other materials within your textiles products. So textiles products obviously covers costume, clothing, bags, rucksacks, but it also, you can look at kind of upholstery in cars, you can look at interior design, you can look at kites, balloons, tents. There's so many different choices of products that incorporate textiles within them. And here's some examples of coursework. So this is the kind of thing that we're looking for when it comes to your NEA, but we will practice over sort of Year 10 how to record and document testing, different skills. Here's a page of developing a pattern. So you're recording your use of CAD, CAM. You're also recording your design process and evaluating it and analysing it as you go along. Here's some examples of some sketchbook work. So you can see, again, there's some analysis in there. There's some beautiful drawing, designing. There's recording techniques like applique and quilting. So that's an example of a sort of way of recording using a sketchbook. All our work will be online, so we will be recording your NEA as a PowerPoint, which is shared, but things like sketchbook work is just photographed and then uploaded into that. There's some more student work here. There's some really lovely examples of some costume design here, and then some sort of research and mood boards. Lovely, some beautifully presented work. Here's an example of a page of an exam. So you can see here that there's some core theory there. There's the core principles is 20 marks within the exam. Then there's specialist technical principles. Then there is designing and making principles. So you'll get questions on all of those things. There's also a small amount of maths within that, but the maths is based around the subject. So you have the questions that it could be calculating the surface area of the fabric that you need or something like that. And there's a huge range of different careers that you might want to go into, or A-levels that you might want to go into. There's just a few on here, but obviously there's things like medicine, believe it or not. There is car making and design, carbon fibre, that comes under the sort of textiles umbrella. As well as, you know, dressmaking, costume designing, interior design, anything to do with retail or machining or anything like that. Okay, so if you've got any more questions, then please don't hesitate to contact us. It's j.platt, so raz-j.platt at Ralph Allen School, or raz-c Cowan at Ralph Allen School. We're both going to be running the course, so you're free to ask either of us or any of the other DT teachers. That's absolutely fine.